back to the channel, and today we're going to discuss about the most important topic that everybody talks about: how to be successful in your life. So when people really talk about success, they kind of focus only on career or finances, but today I'm going to break down 9 different aspects of the successes that you should consider in your life. So the first most important thing is financial success. What is financial success? Financial success is having a stable job and having a stable source of income to just take care of your day-to-day activity. So that is financial success. So the second one is spiritual success. What is spiritual success? So most of the people confuse spiritual success to connection to God, but that's just one component. But what exactly spiritual success is how to better yourself personally, like, be more compassionate, be more empathy, desire to help people. That is spiritual success. Finding happiness in helping others is spiritual success. So the third component is career success. I think we all know this so good because everybody talks about this, career success. So what I believe is, do whatever you love, guys, but trying to go to full potential in whatever you do. So for example, you're a doctor and being just a graduate or just trying to have your knowledge with you and just trying to live a sedentary life, I would call that career stagnation. But every day going and trying to learn something new, pushing your limits, trying to learn a new procedure, trying to learn more about recent articles, trying to involve yourself and trying to love and grow your knowledge in what you are already doing, that is career success. So trying to better yourself, even though you're successful, trying to better yourself in your career is also called career success. The fourth aspect is your physical success. So physical success, guys, most of them talk about your weight loss, your weight gain journeys. That is good. Obesity has a lot of implications on your health. That is very, very important. With also, like, talking about the numbers on the scale, you also have to have yearly checkups. Make sure your cholesterols, your blood pressures, your sugars, and all other components, your thyroids, they're all under check. So that's physical success. So trying to better yourself, you guys might be the normal limit, but trying to better yourself, like, trying to get your cholesterols even lower if it's normal. So trying to improve your health physically, trying to have that endurance, that's going to help you a lot. So I'm going to talk about each and every topic in detail in the successive videos, but right now I'm going to focus more on mental and happiness success. The fifth one is impact success. So impact success is more about how much you're giving back to your community. So you have all the knowledge, you have actually, like, for you to be successful, there was a village behind you which supported you to be where you are. So once you are successful, or once you have reached a certain amount of growth in your life, it's really important to give back to your community. So trying to help people with poverties or with homelessness, or even like, trying to talk to another person and make sure they're doing okay. Giving back to community is a very important aspect in your personal growth. So the next one is family success. So a lot of times, guys, we may come back home, we may be the most successful person in the entire world, but trying to share those moments with a family is also important. So having a well-grounded, amazing support system behind you is important. Family does not always mean blood relations. It can be your friends, it can be somebody who genuinely wants you to be happy in life. So having those kinds of people will help your growth immensely. There are a lot of WHO studies, which I'm going to quote in the future videos, about how having a stable family support can actually make you successful. So the last two is called the mental happiness and the happiness success. So these two components, guys, I'm gonna talk about more in this video. But just remember, guys, when you're talking about success, it's like every one component of whatever I've spoken right now, the growth in these components is what's going to make you successful. Not being the richest person in the world, or not just having an amazing career. Having an amazing balanced life, like having a balanced diet, is also important in your life. And that's what I feel like, component, like that's what constitutes a successful person. Mental success is dependent on this model. It's called the Ruff's psychological model. And I'm going to break down each component for you guys. So the 6 components of this model is autonomy, environmental mastery, personal growth, positive relation, purpose in life, and self-acceptance. So breaking down each topic. Autonomy. So autonomy is how you kind of react, your behavior, independent of all the social pressures. So you might be put into a situation where, you're taking an exam, probably. You have a lot of anxiety, but how you kind of modulate your behavior towards this, the environment is more important for your well-being. Trying to stay calm, not being anxious. So trying to modulate your personal emotions. Second one is environmental mastery. So a lot of times when you're trying to do something in your life, you hear a lot of people trying to criticize you, give you opinions, trying to just tell you what to do. What's more important is trying to stay calm and believing in yourself. Like, having confidence in your life is the most important thing. So a lot of people may have, a lot of opinions based on their lifestyle or life, whatever journey they have gone through, but trying to stay true to yourself and being confident in the situation is another important aspect of mental well-being. The third thing is your personal growth. A lot of times, we talk about personal growth in terms of money, in terms of career, but personal growth is how good of a person you're becoming day by day. Probably a person with too much anger, trying to modulate your anger management. Probably you're a person who doesn't manage time well, trying to be a better person at time management. Probably you're a person who doesn't communicate properly, trying to communicate and trying to start that process, trying to know that there's something wrong or something flawed in you, and trying to figure that out is another component of mental well-being. And the next one is positive relationship. So this is a very debated topic, I would say, because a lot of times we cannot control the situation surrounding us. Like, we can get mean people, we can get people who criticize us, or we can get people who just want bad for us. So how we react to them also defines us, and also like helps them to heal. So having empathy most of the time works. So if somebody in that angry mood comes to you and says or shouts at you, trying to have compassion for that person and say like, okay, probably they're going through a bad day, and trying not to aggravate the situation and trying to stay calm. Or just like if the person is too abusive, just walk out of the situation, because it's not worth trying to argue with them, because it's not worth it, guys. You're gonna like lose your mental peace. So that's super important. Trying to regulate your emotions through people whatever kind of people that you meet day to day is also important. And the most important part of this mental well-being is purpose of life. So this is what I feel is the most important aspect in your life to understand what your purpose is. My purpose, personally, I feel like, probably being compassionate and being that loving person that anybody can rely on. I love it, guys. I just love being that way. I found my purpose and I center my life in and around that area. So finding your purpose of life is going to give you mental peace, because you don't want to live in a life which is so chaotic, don't know what to do, you just are blindly following what everybody is doing. That's not what you want to be in. And the last but not the least, guys, is self-acceptance. So all of us are flawed. Accepting that all of us are flawed, accepting that all of us have negativity in us, all of us have positivity in us, is what makes us a better person. So probably, for example, like, I'm bad at time management, guys, and me trying to not acknowledge the problem is going to worsen the problem. But instead, if I try to acknowledge and say, okay, I actually have a problem time managing, acceptance, and then trying to work towards it is going to make me a better person. Instead of trying to be in a denial and say, oh, you know what, I'm fine, but blaming the environment, blaming others for your flaws is not going to have like a personal growth in your life. So, guys, these are the most important things, and I feel like if you kind of master these areas and try to figure out, and all of us, guys, you don't have to do it like just one day. What I figured out is for you to have a habit, it takes 21 days, and for you to actually make it a part of your life, it takes 3 months. So it's baby steps, like one at a time. So guys, I hope this content actually helped you. Even if it helped one person, I'm grateful that you could listen to this and it could benefit you. So yeah, guys, please do like and share and subscribe. In the coming videos, I'm going to talk in detail about other aspects of success, and stay tuned, and please share, like, and subscribe, and also hit the bell icon, because every time we post a video, you guys are going to get a notification. Thank you, guys.